Hey team, you're watching Hide and Sneakz and I'm here with my fiance Brooklyn because for a new year we're doing a new way of doing near miss or near misses. Instead of it being on every single episode, because I can only steal so much of her time as a non-sneakerhead, we're going to instead go through 10 pairs I think have the most talkability and get her Purple Heart rankings for them. So, without further ado, let's go and look at the first pair. So the first pair is the Nike Kobe 1 City of Champions.
Okay. So the part of the shoe, you got the heel and then the front part. The front part of the shoe, what is that called? Is it just called the front part of the shoe?
You're being very specific. What part of the shoe?
It looks like teeth.
Use the shoe. Use the shoe as an example.
So you got heel and you got the front part. This part here looks like teepees. So at first thought, actually put this back. At first thought I thought it was actually quite kind of a cool shoe, but now looking at it, all I see is teepees.
So,
teepees are teeth.
But if he uses Jordan 4 here, what she's effectively saying is this part of the shoe has a jagged edge. I actually don't know a lot about the Kobe 1. Never had one myself. I see more of a mountain peak than perhaps teepees. But outside of that, like, what are we feeling?
I quite like the colour. The colour is quite nice. When I think of Kobe's, I think they're a smooth, sleek shoe. This one seems a bit jaggedy, and I don't know if it's because of the teethy part, or am I thinking of a different shoe?
So this is the first time we review Kobe 1s on the channel. A lot of signature athletes, when they first had their shoes, tend to be quite basic, almost like they've kind of been put out in the factory, had a label put on, and they start to develop more of a unique personality and sort of fit for the players as more iterations go on.
I don't mind the colour of the shoe, that's probably it, to be honest.
Moving on to our next shoe, and we've got the LeBron 23 in the Honor Society colorway. Now, I don't think you've reviewed a 23 yet either, but one of the cool things about the LeBron 23 is he's released 23 of them for his 23rd year in the NBA. And as part of that, each part captures like a milestone throughout his career. So it's kind of like themed after an iconic moment from his career.
So is this gold related by any chance?
I didn't research this.
Stop that! You're leading me astray. I quite like the shoe. I think it's the monotone of gold and bronzy, whatever colour it is. I quite like it.
One moment, please go.
Please hold.
It's a tribute to his first MVP. So on the back of the shoe, there's a little MVP icon. He's had 4 MVPs as a player throughout his career. It's the first time. So the meaningful one. So one of the things about the LeBron 23 that you haven't quite seen is they're very loud pairs. Look at some of those.
That was cool.
Which one?
On the right.
Oh, interesting. You're going to be seeing that later on the list. Spoilers.
Overall, I'm not too mad about the shoe, to be honest. I think it's quite nice.
All right, our next pair is an Adidas pair this time. We don't talk about Adidas with you too much, but it is the Adidas BadBo 1s. Now, the Adidas BadBo 1s was unveiled recently at Super Bowl halftime, worn by Bad Bunny, hence BadBo. It kind of captures a lot about what we see in the dad shoe trend and vibe. Definitely not the sort of shoes I would typically go for or wear. What do you think about that?
So I liked it until you said dad shoe.
What I mean by dad shoe is there's obviously a real trend for shoes like New Balance and that have that mix of layering of materials and those kind of different panels that favor kind of that beige baby look.
I like it. I don't think I can keep it clean, but they're a nice shoe. What fabric are they made out of?
It's a mix of fabric materials. It does lean quite suede material, so a lot of those panels would be very difficult. I don't. A lot of my suede pairs end up just kind of sitting on the display at the moment because they get thrashed.
Oh, you read about them, the blue ones. The 5 that you wore to go see capybaras.
Yep, Jordan 5s now are capybara approved. So I did not image on screen. Yeah, cut away to that. So all in all, I think it's interesting for a first model. I think it's interesting to see that we're getting more music artists capturing and wearing shoes. You see, I don't know if you know this, but there's a lot of artists like Travis Scott who released lots and lots of releases with the likes of Jordan brand.
And if you haven't seen it already, the video that you did on Ed Sheeran when he wore Jordans to his show. Click up here to watch that video.
Such a little hype girl. Yes, so there are a lot of brands that do collaborations with artists, and Adidas is now trying to do a bit more of a competition with the likes of Nike and Jordan, which is quite cool.
Is it hard to get Adidas on the same tier as Jordan? Would you say they're like same, or it's all opinions?
Kind of each their own. When they had Kanye West and did a lot of stuff with Yeezy, they were at pinnacle of fashion as well. That's kind of like Coke versus Pepsi in the 80s when it was an equal battle. And I feel like in recent years, it hasn't quite been an equal battle where obviously kind of Jordan's more Coke and it's more the preferred. But they're doing some cool stuff in this space. So I do think this is possibly the start of some great collaborations and some great outputs we're going to see. Moving on to our next pair, and this might be familiar because it actually ended up causing a little bit of stir between the two of us. and it's the Air Jordan 4 Valentine's Day. Now, for a bit of context, I created a meme about how people who didn't know what to buy for Valentine's Day could buy this pair as it's kind of got Valentine's Day in the name and it's inspiration, and I posted that. She came straight into the room. She's not going to buy me that, are you? So she may not be the biggest fan of the Jordan 4, but ignoring the risk because they were now past Valentine's Day, what do you think of the shoe? Because you do like two-tone.
I do like two tones. At first glance, I actually thought it's like a perfect like lipstick nude color.
Isn't nude meant to be like peachy, tonal?
It depends on your skin tone. No, but
it's nude
it's
and
like
red.
a rosy nude.
It's red.
I'm looking at that.
Sierra red and Trough red.
I'm colorblind.
Obviously, it's not a guy's shoe, but what is
I was gonna say, is it a guy's shoe? Because I'm like, that looks very feminine. I just do a really cool shoe though. I don't care if you would wear it.
They don't make it in my size.
Didn't think so.
On to our next release, we've got another release from Adidas, the Adidas AE2 in the All-Star colorway. So this release is part of All-Star Weekend. If you think about how kind of like the Grammys and the Oscars have their big moment for music and performances, All-Star Weekend is the big weekend for the NBA. And because they have so many athletes that have their own signature shoes, it's a great opportunity for them to flex and kind of release their big new releases. And this one is for the NBA player Anthony Edwards. Now, Anthony Edwards, for context, is that player that we watched who absolutely destroyed the Lakers last year in the playoffs. It made me really upset. You know, understood all the scoring and the jumping.
Yeah.
So he's very flashy. He's kind of likened to kind of having that kind of American loud presence and attitude, and so that flashiness that Michael Jordan kind of had.
That's a nice way of saying he's the douche.
Guy who tried to pay his child support and won 18-year payment.
Yeah,
Controversy aside, he's got some really cool pairs. Now, in my recent 2025 Sneaker Awards video, I gave him the top pick for the multicolored shoe of the year, which is that pair that had the kind of like prism shoe on it with the snakeskin pattern that you went all heebie-jeebie. It was a really cool design and it really kind of stood out as being unique. This one here, it's all orange. Really stands out, but if you look kind of the shape of the shoe.
Is that the tick? As it swoops up?
No, it's not tick, it's Adidas.
Oh.
So.
I made boo-boo.
You see it's got like some cool panels on the shoe.
It looks very futuristic, but like the futuristic was what people's perception of the future was in the 70s.
I think the cool part about what Adidas is doing, you kind of saw it with the Bad Bunny ones, is they're designing new shoes. We get so much rinse and repeat where they kind of change like only a little bit on a brand. But in terms of this shoe, it does look really different.
So what is the silver supposed to be? Is it just a new design?
It's just new design. So there's another one coming up on this list that you'll see where he has sort of done that color swap. And it's kind of like how you've got, it's kind of on the Jordan 1, you've got the different panels.
Yeah.
And now they can swap them out. So that might be one color they do sometimes, and they might change that color, or they might do just one and one. That's just an opportunity to allow you to do that with multiple panels there. Okay, so from one orange pair to the next, we've actually got a Puma to talk about. Now, Brooklyn actually wears Pumas a lot when she's in her day-to-day rotations. They're all white Pumas. She's a whole collection of them. Her going out ones, her beat up ones, her daily ones. This one is actually a Puma collaboration, and it's one of 4 that are releasing. I chose the one that I thought that might be the most discussion worthy. So the collaboration is with the likes of Fast and the Furious. And this one is inspired by, have you seen Fast and the Furious?
Yeah, but I can't remember what happens.
Do you remember how there was an orange car in the first one?
No.
Okay, so there's an orange car in the first one. And this is meant to take inspiration from that. It's based on a Supra, and it kind of captures some of that sort of early, since the 90s that movie came out.
Who did they collaborate with? Fast and Furious or the actor? Or?
No, so it's collaborating with Fast and Furious. It's designed to look like the car. See that car? See the shoe?
So I quite like this shoe. But then when I see orangey shoes or yellow shoes on people's feet, sometimes I think they're a duck.
You hated that shoe.
Yeah.
How's that not too
I
loud?
don't even remember you getting these. Kobe's? Kobe.
I feel like we have to just put new shoes out every time. There's like a talking point for you. Okay, so the next one is the Air Jordan 40, which is the latest model in the Air Jordan lineup. This one is meant to take inspiration from the infrared color blocking. So color blocking is kind of like the conventions they use. They're kind of tied in, you know how I've got like university blue shoes and they've kind of got that kind of approach across all of them. Well, the infrared colorway is basically black with kind of like a pinky style red, like a kind of like vibrant red. A laser, think about like a laser, how like a laser has like that red. That's what it's meant to be inspired by. So there's a pair of Jordan 6s that's called the infrareds, which is one of the original kind of OG colorways.
They kind of remind me of a pair of sneakers I used to wear as a kid.
Is that because of the bottom outsole?
The style of the shoe, not the color, the style. Because my shoes were white with blue, but it also like screams dad shoes. I mean,
it does give dad shoe vibes. I hear they're quite comfortable. I haven't actually tried a pair of 40s yet. Because
I think they go really well with jeans.
Covered jeans.
For the Sneakz look.
The Sneakz look.
Sneakz is not that.
What is the Sneakz look?
Sneakers and jeans. I just think it's.
I wear jeans all the time with my shoes.
Yeah, but your jeans are, the awkward, like the dad jean. So I guess you're the ones that go a bit to the floor.
All right, moving on to our next pair. And we just talked about that.
Baby shoes.
What?
They're like babies.
They're chunky, they're puffy, they're meant to be.
Oh, like skaters.
Yeah, they're like skater shoes, but like exaggerated even more. So this is a different one of the part of the Fast and Furious collaboration with Puma.
Okay.
So this one's taking the sort of treatment that we saw of the Fast and Furious and aligning itself to a car, but doing it to a different model. This time is the LaFrance model. So it's inspired by the Nissan Skyline that you see driven by Brian O'Connor in I think the second and fourth movie. So think silver Skyline, blue stripes upside of it. Again, don't know how much of Fast and Furious you remember, but
so I imagine like
it's one of the iconic
the
cars.
driver who would be driving that would be wearing these shoes, right?
It's hard to say. Look, you described it as baby shoes. I don't think it's an unfair comment, but it's great to see the storytelling and the narrative applied. It shows that brands are taking an interest to make things different.
It's cool. Like, I like that.
Moving on to our next pair, and we've got the KD18 warning label. Now, this is a really cool pair because the warning label is released as part of a pack of All-Star Weekend where Nike decided to get a bunch of their sort of top athletes that all have signature shoes and create a pack of shoes where they had the warning label on it. So basically, it's kind of meant to be inspired by shoes that are kind of like toxic or kind of like radiation or chemical warnings, all that sort of stuff. And the shoe itself, and you can kind of just take a look at it there, is basically like the shoe has almost like a two-tone effect to it. So it kind of looks like it's glowing or holographic. This one here is Kevin Durant's shoe. It's the KD18. It's kind of got a green base coat, and then it's got like a blue sort of two-tone on top.
Okay.
Now, one of the things that's really cool about this pack is they've got what they're called lace charms. Think about the shoe. It's got almost like a big badge that you can kind of put your shoelace through. And on this particular one, it is a big black skeleton head, kind of inspired by like the warning sign danger symbol.
Okay.
So it kind of ties it all together. And what's really cool, because they were supposed to be kind of limited, is it actually is brought in like a metallic suitcase. And they've actually carved out the shape of the shoe, so you kind of put it in like a sealable suitcase thing.
That's cool. What's it called?
The warning label series.
See, when I thought it was like a reptile kind of look. Lizardy.
Yeah, it does kind of have like a kind of chameleon style feel to it. So this is KD. KD is the guy who we watched years ago played against Giannis with the Bigfoot on the line. Remember that really close game?
Yeah. That was a good game.
That's him. And this next pair is the Jordan 1 Cool Greys. Now, Cool Grey is another one of the color blocking conventions that Jordan brand uses on a number of their models. I don't know if you know or remember, but I've got a pair of Jordan 11.
You watched your video on this one.
I did, I posted it today. True fan, I'm loving it.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Not actually a two-tone.
It's not actually a two-tone. Okay, so this is, bias aside, I want you to look at it with, our non-sneakerhead eyes.
I agree with you. Everything you said in that video, I agree with you.
But it doesn't look the same, right?
Like, I have the wolf greys, and I much prefer those over those any day.
About Cool Greys, I often have an issue about, I'm actually making a video about this actually as we speak, is that the Cool Grey has grey light coloured suede and it's always smooth. Whereas this one has like a rough cut suede, almost like distressed, thicker. I think it's supposed to be implying that it's premium, but it doesn't look premium.
I don't understand that when people distress shoes for the look.
All right, so we've been through all of the 10 sneakers. We've had Brooklyn and I a bit of back and forth and discussion. Now's the tough part. We need to go through them all and give them Purple Heart rankings and see, are they a near miss or near misses? Starting off with the Kobe ones, what are we feeling?
First glance, it would have been a near misses. But because of the teefies, I think it's unusual. Kind of looks like Nunu? The Teletubbies? Is it giving Nunu? What am I thinking?
I don't know how many of these references are going to overlap my viewers.
I think, yeah, if it wasn't for the teefies, I'd probably say near misses, but the teefies is causing me to go for a near miss.
Okay, so it's a near miss. And what about Purple Heart rankings?
I'm going to go for a 4 Purple Heart.
Okay, what about the LeBron 23?
So I like this shoe. I'm going to go for a near misses for this one. Yes.
Okay.
And I want to give it 8 Purple Hearts.
Okay, that's pretty high. All right, moving on, we've got to go Bad Bunny. What do we think of the BadBo ones?
I quite like it because it's Bad Bunny, and Bad Bunny's like a badass at the moment. So I'm gonna go for a near misses.
What if it wasn't Bad Bunny? What if it was like Shawn Mendes or someone like random?
He's still cool.
Okay, what if it's just like Taboo from Black Eyed Peas?
Yeah, okay. I'd probably go for... I'd probably still give it a near misses. So it's still in that ranking. But because Bad Bunny's in there, I'm going to go for a 7 purple heart.
All right, Valentine's Day 4s.
I know that I said the other day that I didn't really like them, but I'm more towards the near misses than I am a near miss.
Even though they are for misses, but that's cool. And how many purple hearts?
I'm going to go for 6.
6?
6 purple hearts.
All right, what about the AE2 All-Stars?
I think these ones haven't quite hit the mark. I'm going to go for a near miss.
And how many purple hearts in this one?
Another 4. Because the orange is quite loud and quite cool, but I don't like the stripy thing.
Okay, from one orange to the next, what about the Puma Supra shoes?
These ones are better. So I'm going to go still on the miss. Not quite there. But I'm going to go for a 5. Right in the middle, but I'm more towards a near miss.
All right, what about the Jordan? All right, what about the... It's very clear she doesn't like the Jordan 40s, so the Jordan 40 infrareds are clearly a near miss.
I don't mind the colour, but it's too dad like. Nothing against dads. Dads are cool. My dad's cool. Anyway, but yeah, nah, it's too dad like. I can just visualise an awkward dad.
And what about the purple heart ranking?
And that's gonna be a 2.
All right, what about the next Puma collaboration on Fast and Furious for the Skyline?
If you're a baby rocking these shoes, props to you, but that's not what I'm going for. So I'm gonna go for a near miss. I'm gonna give it 3 purple hearts.
All right, moving on to the KD18s in the warning label colorway. What are we thinking about this one?
These ones are kind of funky. They're kind of fun, kind of fresh. I'm gonna go for a near misses.
Nice.
And I'm gonna probably go for a 7.
All right, and moving on to our last pair, which is the Jordan 1 Cool Greys.
They're not cool greys. If they were to be realistic with the name, I'm gonna go for a near miss, and I'm gonna go 3.
Well, that brings us to the end of our first near miss or near misses for February. Thank you so much for joining us. We really like having you on the channel. And now you have a dedicated segment. We can manage our time better, but we can also rank so many more pairs, which is really exciting. So until then, guys, see you next time from both Brooklyn and I. Feel free to like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching.